Ooh. It's recorded.
The experience to be here in Ashram, it was brilliant.
My knees are a bit sore.
Incredible.
A little bit more difficult than I thought.
The atmosphere is perfect here to study yoga.
If someone asks me, one of the best part of your life, which experience it was, I can say, attending to Ashram.
When you come here, you feel like I'm here for a reason.
And no matter how yoga is still from, originated from India, so this is the root. Yeah, so if you want to know the root of yoga, this is the place to come to.
All yoga poses, all asanas, I can learn anywhere, like especially like America, Japan, these Western countries. But actually, yoga is much more deep philosophy.
It's come from India. So.
Yes, so here I can learn deep things which I learned
In the traditional way.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I think there's sort of almost a sannyasa kind of a thing about coming to India. You not totally, but you have to leave things behind. You have to leave your life behind. In my case, I have 2 little boys. I had to leave them behind to do this now. But despite that, I knew that if I was going to deepen my training, I wanted to do it here because, well, I mean, look around us. The setting is yoga. I come here for almost that energy that almost emanates from the teacher, where it's almost like they didn't actually study it to teach it, like they grew it, like they grew up with it, and they are that, and they're sharing what they are rather than what they've learned, is what I feel. So I just feel like you can't recreate the spiritual aspects of India anywhere else in the world when it comes to yoga.
Here you're totally immersed in the life of the ashram. You know, at home it's lovely to go to other teachers, but then after the class you're back to, I don't know, bills and just the daily life and all that. So you come here and you can put aside all, they say to leave your baggage at the door, leave your ego at the door.
Yeah.
Easier said than done, but you do your best and then you start with a clean slate. And sometimes that's needed just to clear the mind and like you said, you kind of, you face your demons and you come out a better person.
Everything's happened to me gradually until I came to the point of Ashram. So by new diet, about to know the science of diet, science of different kind of experience about philosophical of yoga, and these things, it brought me to the discipline myself, to be more cautious about myself.
I'm more calm here. I guess it's the environment, because when I'm back home, you have TV, you have people, cars, everything. So it's a totally different environment. So for the mind, it's actually quite a good change.
It's just the atmosphere of the place as well, and there's just a great sense of peace. We get a weekly off to Nashik, and everyone's like, "Oh, Nashik, off to, I don't know, to go shopping in the big bazaar." And it seems like a great thing at the end of the week, and then after a day in Nashik, everyone's just like, "Oh, I'm so glad to be back at the ashram to get some peace and quiet." So it is just a break from that hustle and bustle of life, just to give yourself time to focus on yourself.
This is a very good experience. You learn about how to relate to others, just living like as a simple life, simplicity, everything's on basic, share together, enjoying any moment together, really. The ashram is something like somewhere international like community. You can see the people from all over the world.
Nigeria,
Bolivia,
Thailand,
Iran,
Portugal,
US, Iceland.
Yeah, so everybody from different region and different country, but you know, we are still practicing something that actually bring everybody together.
When you come here, you are surrounded by so many spiritual seekers, the people who have gotten on that plane, and if they came as far as I did, spent 30 hours in transit to get here, they are looking for that spiritual energy as well. And when you get together and you chant, and that room fills with these like really genuine souls, like really looking for something, and you feel it. It's like the room vibrates.
in each day of ashram, you learn a bit more about different kind of philosophy, yoga, like life experience, and it's so interesting. So I really enjoyed this kind of educational part of yoga.
It's more in depth than what we have read, and mudra would be good to be taught by someone that who really know it and practice it, rather than, you know, you can actually Google and then you get all the mudra, but if you're going to do it on your own, it's not as powerful as somebody that know exactly what is happening.
We tend to stay where we're comfortable until we're pushed to go beyond, and you don't realize until you go beyond how much that changes. And the small things you do in asana, they tend to be how you resist going into a new asana and how you respond to that challenge. I find you can blow that up larger and bring it into your regular life, and that's how you respond to regular stressors in your life. You know that when something happens back home, you respond with trying to be safe and then resisting things. And I think you learn in those small points in your asana ways to approach making larger changes in your overall life. I mean, I've been doing yoga for years, so like logically, I believe this. I would say to people, I might repeat to someone that maybe there's a mental thing here, but I think you have to experience something to really understand how the mind and the body can affect each other. So in one sense, yes. If you had asked me, I would have said yes. But in another sense, like, no, I had no idea that it was going to have that kind of almost like a psychologically transforming effect. Yeah.
As yoga is kind of change of personality. This is it make to anyone this kind of change, you know, as a way of attitude, mind, talking, diet, any kind of activity.
I'm passing my comfort limits, and then you have to think about how you perceive those feelings and transform them almost, which is what we do in yoga. We learn to look at things in a different way. So yeah, so you know, but my knees have needed a lot of Sanjivan oil rubs since I got here.
Mentally, it actually helped to be more aware of your limitation and not to be too attached to it, because you can't be possibly perfect in everything, which everybody here learn, because you have people that can do asana very well and you can't possibly compare yourself with them.
Because they tell you a lot. You can't really do the cleansing techniques, and then they tell you more about, like I said, the psychological benefits and the benefits for cleaning the nadis and for the chakras, and how important it is for yoga as well. So, you know, I started off thinking, oh, it's just, I don't know, maybe like a party trick, and now it's much more, you know, integral to progressing into yoga. For me, I think I found my path on on a more spiritual journey because silence is an important part of the course here. And I found the first day of silence, not the first one, we did a couple of sections. The first one wasn't so bad. The second time was fine. The third time, the first day, I just thought, oh, this is bad. And I found myself, turning to a more spiritual aspect of things, which I think without the silence I wouldn't have done. And gradually, over the 3 days of silence then, I think I found more peace within myself as well. So there's that initial, the demons coming out, and then just like a calming of the soul. So that was, for me, it was very beneficial.
I love the silence. Yeah, I love the silence day. Why? Because it gives me time to stay with myself and feel my inner peace.
The first day was, fun, we're going to be silent. And then the 3 days in a row, I felt like you did, like this sort of like, oh, do we really need to do this now? Like I just felt like, I don't need this. Like, I'm okay. I can talk and still continue on this journey. So, like, there's a little bit of resistance, but I've learned that sometimes the resistance is a flag. Okay, there's a reason for it. And then by the end of the third day, when they said in chanting, okay, you can finish your silence now, I had this feeling of, I don't really want to let any sound out. I realized that I felt some kind of comfort and some kind of calm inside the silence.
How does it enlighten me? According to Gandaji, that you do more Karma Yoga, you get more flexible. Physically and mentally. Yeah, I guess it's more mentally that you get more flexible and you're more open and you're more accepting of things and people. We are from city. So not that we don't do gardening and all this stuff, but we really don't spend time doing it and cleaning stuff and all this. Now in city we have maid and all this. They will do all this stuff. So in a way that it helps for you to realize all the simple stuff in life. Basically, you can do Karma Yoga anytime, anywhere. Yeah. So there's so much more opportunity for you to do that if you start to be more open and be more aware. So anytime, anywhere that you see people need help in order, you can actually just go and help. So without any expectations. So actually, for me, I think that it actually starts off the mat. So that is one very big part of yoga that we have learned. That giving without any expectation or giving without any you do not need to. It's kind of like a selfless service to everybody. I'm not sure how many of us can actually attain samadhi, okay, the big enlightenment, the big E. So for me, I feel that we can actually collect small little E every day in our life, a small enlightenment moment in our life that, helping a blind man cross the road, or even sponsoring a kid in Cambodia, or building houses in Africa. All the small little effort and small little thing that we can help and do is kind of like a small enlightenment moment for everybody. So I guess as you keep collecting small little E, so hopefully one day you will gain a big E, or maybe not. It doesn't really matter to me. And Kate did mention that one of the Swami say that it really doesn't matter. Every day you be a good person, you do good deed. That's yoga on its own already.